Tuesday, May 7th, the Busby family is busy as ever in TLC's OutDaughtered new season. With a growing list of responsibilities at home and work, the Busby family returns this season with the start of a new school year upon them. Parents Adam and Danielle are struggling to keep up with their all-girl quintuplets, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, and oldest daughter, Blake. Despite the chaos, Adam and Danielle make sure to take time to enjoy being a family with a trip to Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, meet up with other families of multiples, and even take a time out to cheer for the Texans football team. This series explores the lavish lifestyles of multimillionaires living in South Korea, including Singaporean tycoons, Italian luxury brand heirs, Pakistani nobles, and more. Turner Classic Movies' morning and afternoon lineups today all at least feature the names of flowers in their titles, if not focusing on flowers in their stories. Up first is the romantic comedy Bed of Roses 1933, led by Constance Bennett and Joel McCrea. Next is the romantic Western drama Honeysuckle Rose 1980, starring Willie Nelson and Diane Cannon, and introducing Nelson's Oscar-nominated classic song, On the Road Again. Next, Best Actress Oscar nominee Patricia Neal and Best Supporting Actor winner Jack Albertson lead the drama. The subject was Roses 1968, followed by Fritz Lang's film Nor the Blue Gardenia 1953 starring and Baxter and Richard Conte. The drama Inside Daisy Clover 1965 featuring Natalie Wood and Best Supporting Actress nominee Ruth Gordon. The comedy Brooklyn Orchid 1942, Brother Orchid 1940, a crime comedy led by Edward G. Robinson and Southern and Humphrey Bogart, and Black Narcissus 1947, a British psychological drama headlined by Deborah Kerr. In main channel mansions, it could be a huge payday if Peggy Albers finds the house with everything and a view for one of the richest men at the lake. Meanwhile, Amanda Smith is challenged by a couple with different ideas for their budget, and it gets even more complicated when the couple suddenly swaps points of view. Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees welcome Jose Altuve and the Houston Astros to the Bronx to begin a 3-game series. After discovering the body of a missing girl 13 years later, will Ramon Rodriguez and Faith Iantha Richardson reopen the case? Ramona Kate Del Castillo considers an offer from Thony Elodie Young that causes a shift in their dynamic in the new episode From the Ashes. The voting results from last night's top 12 live performances are revealed. 8 artists are voted through, and 4 will perform for the instant save. The stakes are high, as only 9 artists can continue on to the live semi-final. Originally scheduled to premiere in April, this new unscripted series from Jersey Shore producer Sallyanne Salsano showcases the inner world of sheriffs and police departments across the U.S. In the new episode, Paul Miller, the MPU, is called to action when a young boy claims his father was abducted by aliens as they were stargazing at a remote campsite. 8 strangers, ranging in ages from 20 to 70, test their trivia chops on a wide range of topics, including pop culture and history, all in the hopes of outlasting the other players and winning life-changing money. A patient needs his parents to agree on an important medical decision that could improve his health. Celebrity guests Lauren Graham and Jimmy Fallon pair up with contestants and face off over 2 games. Players from each team guess secret passwords using only one-word clues for a chance to win up to $25,000. Based on the popular Blake Crouch novel of the same name, this sci-fi drama follows a physicist named Jason Joel Edgerton who gets kidnapped into an alternate version of his life in a reality where he has created a portal to the multiverse. An exploration of the road not taken, the series questions whether identity is as malleable as the choices we make and experiences we live through, something Jason must wrestle with as he does everything he can to get back to his real life and family in Chicago. Director Michael Lindsay Hogg's original 1970 film about the Beatles is available for the first time in over 50 years, meticulously restored. Let It Be takes viewers into the studio and onto Apple Corps' London rooftop in January 1969 as the iconic foursome, joined by Billy Preston, record their Let It Be album and perform live for the final time as a group. Walker Jared Padalecki, Trey Jeff Pierre, and Cassie Ashley Rye prepare for what Captain James Kobe Bell has in store for them at HQ. In the new episode, Quarterfinals Final Four, contestants sing their hearts out to songs like Price Tag, I'm Yours, Get on Your Feet, and Unforgettable, in an effort to make it to the final three. Ripley Luke Mitchell struggles to keep Sully's Daniel Dorr diagnosis a secret when the latter's pregnant girlfriend comes to Med for help. Loren Henderson Wade works to earn a spot in Med's trauma fellowship, and Charles Oliver Platt and a medical student treat a bipolar artist. Turner Classic Movies continues its month-long, Wednesday night spotlight on famous films with one-name titles using the name of a primary character. Tonight's five-film lineup begins with two westerns. The Best Picture Oscar-nominated Shane 1953, led by Alan Ladd as the titular mysterious gunfighter known by just that one name, followed by HUD 1963, starring Best Actor nominee Paul Newman as Hud Bannon, alongside Best Actress winner Patricia Neal and Best Supporting Actor winner Melvin Douglas. Up next is the historical epic Spartacus 1960, featuring Kirk Douglas as the titular escaped slave who leads a rebellion against Rome. That is followed by Shirley Temple as 8-year-old Swiss orphan Heidi in the 1937 adaptation of Johannes Spyri's children's book. The lineup concludes early tomorrow with another literary adaptation, Kim 1950, an adventure film based on Rudyard Kipling's novel and starring Dean Stockwell as the titular orphan boy, alongside Errol Flynn. Jacob Chris Perfetti scrambles to figure out how to organize a school field trip. Frank's investigation reaches a thrilling conclusion, only for an unexpected twist to throw his victory into question in the Season 2 finale, Beagles and Lemurs. Fox has renewed animal control for Season 3. Severide Taylor Kinney goes for an unexpected ride on Truck 81. Meanwhile, Ritter's Daniel Carey worlds collide when his secret cop boyfriend helps 51 track down Severide and the missing rig. In the last episode of the series, Ari Wallach examines the ways we look at the future and the crucial need to think bigger about what comes next, and how we all have more personal agency than we realize. The Amazing Race makes its first trip to the Dominican Republic, where the final 5 teams must complete 2 roadblocks in the new episode, My Precious Cacao. Doug Diggy Simmons learns bar none is being sold. Andre Marcus Scribner faces consequences with the Gammas. Zara Tara Ronnie plans a trip. As Atwater Laroyce Hawkins finds himself distracted by a past case, a CI from his past resurfaces with a tip on a string of violent armed robberies. Jacob Batalon is back as young vampire Reginald Andres in Season 2 of this comedic horror series. Last season, Reginald finally got his life together when he was turned into a vampire. While he doesn't fit into the stereotypical expectations of what a vampire looks like, he's not chiseled or classically handsome. Reginald has found his place among an unlikely cohort that includes the cool vampire who sired him, the former vampire chieftain turned unexpected ally, or is she, and his co-worker former girlfriend. In The Man with the Spicy Tumor, the enormous mass on the back of Arlen's neck and head constantly uses fluids, but surgery may prove to be too challenging. A tumor on Renee's shoulder and back has caused her to retreat from the public eye, impacting her job as a care pastor. This darkly comedic thriller follows a motley crew of podcasters who set out to investigate 3 mysterious disappearances that occurred years earlier in a seemingly idyllic coastal Irish town. But once they start pulling at threads, they discover a story much bigger and weirder than they could ever have imagined. They try to discern fact from fiction not only about the case, but also about their colleagues and, most painfully, themselves. Will Forte, Siobhan Cullen, Robin Cara, David Wilmot, and Chris Wally lead the cast. Brooke Shields leads this rom-com as Lana, whose daughter Emma Miranda Cosgrove returns from abroad and drops the bombshell that she's getting married in Thailand in a month. Things only get worse when Lana learns that the man who captured Emma's heart is the son of the man who broke hers years ago. Benjamin Bratt, Rachel Harris, Sean Teal, and Chad Michael Murray also star. 5 international soccer stars leave behind their lavish lifestyles and travel to the U.S. in the hopes of finding love undercover, with women who know nothing of their fame or fortune in this new unscripted dating series. 3 episodes are available today and May 16th. The final 4 episodes drop May 23rd. Enjoy several of the classic films that paired Hollywood icons Joan Crawford and Clark Gable, beginning with their first credited on-screen teaming in the 1931 drama Dance, Fools, Dance, 1931. Following that is another drama, Possessed, 1931, the star's third pairing. The romantic drama Laughing Sinners 1931, their second film together. The musical Dancing Lady 1933, their fourth film, which also features the screen debut of Fred Astaire and an early appearance by the Three Stooges. The romantic comedy drama Forsaking All Others 1934, Gable and Crawford's sixth pairing. The drama Chained 1934, pairing number 5, and Love on the Run 1936, the duo's seventh pairing. Back-to-back new episodes of Young Sheldon air tonight. In A Little Snip and Teaching Old Dogs, George Sr. Lance Barber secretly gets a vasectomy. Then in A New Home and a traditional Texas torture, Sheldon Lane Armitage worries about losing his childhood home as he prepares for his move to California. The final three chefs race against the clock to craft a sensational three-course meal in the Season 3 finale, The Final Level. The winner receives $250,000, a year-long mentorship, and the title of Next Level Chef Champion. In this network premiere, Morgan stalks his way into the lives of busy social media influencer Lonnie and her son, Jalen, to become their male nanny. As Morgan shows himself to be someone who is too good to be true, he meddles with Lonnie and Jalen's lives behind the scenes. When Lonnie learns that the real Morgan was murdered, she realizes her Manny is a killer. Shaw Mechad Brooksnand Riley Reid Scott investigate the death of a therapist with a long list of troubled clients. Meanwhile, Baxter Tony Goldwyn takes over Price's Hugh Dancy chair when a disturbing connection to the defendant is discovered during the trial. An unexpected, complex case brings back painful memories for Simone Alexis Floyd. It's decision time with hearts on the line as the farmers make their final choices between the two ladies that remain in the new episode, The Final Decisions. In Back on Black, a couple challenges the DeBoers with their biggest and most expensive remodel yet. Chelsea and Cole must create a groundbreaking style combining a classic and minimal aesthetic with a glamorous touch throughout the massive renovation. Just as Theodore Roosevelt Mason Beals is finally getting his cattle operation up and running at Elkhorn Ranch, his health takes a turn for the worse, and his trusted ranch manager, Bill Sewell Elijah Maha, must race to a Sioux village to find a cure before it's too late. As Agent Sykes Jordana Spiro struggles to cope on the anniversary of her sister's disappearance, Benson Mariska Hargitay suspects a cold case from Manhattan could help her get closure. The crew responds to a call at a local park. Maya Danielle Savrab confronts her past. Karina Stefania Spampnatab goes on the offense. Stabler Christopher Maloney and Randall Dean Norris give Joe Jr. Michael Trotter the choice to get clean or go to prison. Meanwhile, Vargas Tate Ellington and Jet's Ainsley Seeger plan to cut off Emery S. Tom Payne's smuggling routes leads to a dangerous rescue attempt. The murder of a gender-nonconforming black teenager remains unsolved despite pressure from family and friends raising issues about the increase in violence and lack of justice for trans murder victims across the country. This up-close and personal nature documentary follows two leopard cubs as they make their journey from infancy to adulthood. In this spin-off of the Ultimatum reality series, a six-way partner swap sparks wild attractions and tearful betrayals, and participants choose whom to love or leave, above most other teen comedies of its decade when it debuted, and it remains one of the more realistic cinematic depictions of high schoolers in any era. Led by a fantastic young cast, including Corey Haim as the title character, Carrie Grebe the Goonies, Charlie Sheen, Courtney Thorne-Smith, and Winona Ryder in her feature film debut. Director David Seltzer's film treats all of its various characters, whether nerd, jock, cheerleader, or otherwise, as real and complex people with inner lives and motivations, who usually don't respond in the stereotypical ways seen in similar movies. The romantic comedy drama is enhanced by composer Dave Grusin's lovely musical score. The 15th Doctor Ncuti Gatwa and Ruby Sunday Millie Gibson, who were introduced in last December's special, The Church on Ruby Road, also available today, along with the new episodes Space Babies and Devil's Cord, pick up their adventures traveling across time and space in the TARDIS and exploring the groovy 1960s, England's Regency era, war-torn futures, and more. Along the way, they encounter incredible friends and dangerous foes, including a terrifying boogeyman and the Doctor's most powerful enemy yet. Guest stars in the series include Indira Verma, Callie Cook, Anita Dobson, and others. New episodes drop on Fridays. Energy company executive, sending SWAT on a mission to untangle the kidnappers' twisted motives before attempting a high-stakes rescue in the new episode Allegiance. The drama following Demetrius, Big Meech, and Terry Southwest T. Flenory Demetrius, Lil Meech, Flenory Jr., and Da Vinci as they grow their criminal empire concludes Season 3. The heroes of Station 42 and 3 Rock struggle with difficult decisions as they battle a dangerous fire in the new episode No Future, No Consequences. Caesar carries on with his red zone rehab of Ricky and Bronny, 2 violent supermutt brothers with a long history of attacking each other. With their latest bloody fight happening in front of Caesar, he's taken them back to the ranch for further calm surrender work. However, as the rehab progresses, Caesar realizes that the pet parents are the greatest challenge of the pack. In the new episode, Two of a Kind, Donnie Wahlberg gets involved when Sean Andrew Teresiano becomes the latest victim in a series of robberies on campus. It's back to the brickyard for the NTT IndyCar series as drivers compete on Indianapolis Motor Speedway's 2.439-mile, 14-turn road course. This documentary explores the rise and influence of one of the most popular music groups of all time. Maya Alvaro Cindy Busby is a hardworking businesswoman with a heart of gold. What she is not is a rugged outdoorsy type. So when the CEO of her company invites her to an exclusive whitewater rafting retreat in the Rocky Mountains, Maya's not so sure she's the woman for the job. If she can do this and survive a weekend camping in the woods, the promotion of her dreams will be hers. At the retreat, Maya meets Matt Benjamin Hollingsworth, an outdoorsy type who is also trying to snag the same coveted contract she's after. As fate would have it, the two are paired to complete a series of team-building exercises together. As Maya lets her guard down to brave the wilderness, what begins as a ferocious competition slowly starts to evolve into something much more. Inspired by true events, this new film starring Lisa Rinna and her daughter, 25-year-old Delilah Hamlin, tells the disturbing story of a teenage girl, Brianna Skye, who starts getting cyberbullied and eventually discovers that the person who is harassing her is closer than she had ever imagined, her own mother. Sven introduces 1944's House of Frankenstein, one of Universal's Monster Rally pictures of that era. The cast features Boris Karloff as a mad scientist, Lon Chaney Jr. as Larry Talbot and the Wolf Man, John Carradine as Dracula, and Glenn Strange as Frankenstein's monster. Tonight, TCM primetime host Ben Mankiewicz is joined by filmmaker Patty Jenkins, who introduces 2 films of her choosing. Jenkins will offer commentary on each title's cultural significance and its influence on other films, behind-the-scenes stories, and her own personal reflections on them. The director has chosen Terry Gilliam's fantasy comedy drama The Fisher King 1991, starring Best Actor Oscar nominee Robin Williams, Jeff Bridges, and Best Supporting Actress winner Mercedes Roll, and writer-director Charlie Kaufman's drama Synecdoche, New York 2008, led by Philip Seymour Hoffman and Samantha Morton.